Welcome to Agenda Edina, a news program summarizing the actions taken at City Hall that affect you most. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty. Man's best friend will be welcome on the patios of some Edina restaurants next year. Minnesota law allows dogs in outdoor areas of food establishments, but requires cities to actively enable the practice. Under an ordinance approved by the Edina City Council last month, restaurant owners may permit dogs on their patios, provided the fundamental principles of health and safety are posted and followed. The city clerk would receive and approve applications from restaurants, and the city's health division would ensure compliance.
Things have changed over the years, and now people are considering their pets as family members. And so many people want to take their fur babies to a restaurant with them. So I think it's a great opportunity for restaurants within the Edina area to offer that to their clients.
The ordinance goes into effect January 1st, so it is anticipated when restaurant patios open next spring or summer, dogs would be allowed on some. To be more responsive to the preferences of Edina patrons, the city recently modified its liquor laws. Since the city began issuing liquor licenses to restaurants in the 1980s, the liquor laws have been modified several times. After 3 decades of modifications, the current code requirements were confusing for businesses and difficult for city staff to interpret, apply, and enforce. Based on input from residents, the business community, staff, and the city attorney, a new ordinance was drafted to better reflect the interests of the community. The new language more effectively regulates the sale of alcohol with minimal red tape.
The older code had restrictions on what size containers beverages could be served in. It had restrictions on how specials could be structured. It had regulations on how seating could be arranged in a restaurant. We've eliminated most of those provisions, so it should make it a whole lot easier for the restaurateur to deliver the service that they want, which is the service that our customer, our resident, demands.
The new liquor laws go into effect January 1st. With each season, the Public Works Department's Streets Division works tirelessly to keep our roads in tip-top condition. They transition from repairing potholes in the summer to plowing snow in the winter. But in between those high-profile activities, they're hard at work providing another service that is beneficial to the city in many ways. Edina TV's Scott Denfeld caught a ride to experience a day in the life of a street sweeper.
Fall brings the beauty of colors and a last chance to enjoy being outside before winter sets in. But for the Streets Division of the Public Works Department, it also brings leaves that can pose a big problem.
If you leave everything piled up in the gutter and the heavy canopy areas, it affects your snow plowing because that freezes hard in the gutter line, then it gets harder to snow plow. The biggest thing is the environmental issues of just letting leaves go down into the waterways and the storm sewers, because then it's for sure going to cause havoc that it doesn't need to.
And so, each spring and fall, the Streets Division embarks on an annual task of cleaning up Edina.
In the spring, we'll sweep, try and get up, sand and salt and debris from getting into the catch basins and into the lakes, rivers, and streams. In the fall, we'll do a big sweep to make sure we get up the leaves and the sticks and anything that could clog a catch basin in case there's a big rain, to avoid any flooding or whatever on the road.
We have 2 Pelican series sweepers, they're called. They're mechanical sweepers. The other sweeper is a regenerative air sweeper. So it's 2 completely different sweepers. Both sweepers have their niche. We need this one for this pickup, and we need this one for that pickup.
Cleaning a city the size of Edina is quite a task, which means that Public Works appreciates a little help.
If they are able to park in a driveway or alley somewhere off the street, that's a big help for us. Every once in a while, you'll get a resident that ends up blowing all their leaves into the road, or not just residents, but commercial lawn care companies will put the leaves out in the road, and we got to deal with those, handle those.
But residents can be sure that the Streets Division is up to the task.
The good thing is Edina is blessed with very good equipment, and this is one of the nicer ones. It does the job. It's the right tool for the job.
From the streets of Edina, I'm Scott Denfeld, Edina TV.
Over the course of the fall, the Streets Division will dispose of over 100 truckloads of leaves and debris. Thanks for watching this episode of Agenda Edina. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty.